Before a patient can be admitted to inpatient psych, you will hear providers talking about how they need to be medically cleared. So, what does this mean exactly? It means a couple of things. First of all, if a patient presents to the ED and they have what looks like psychosis, mania, whatever, some kind of psychiatric complaint, and they have no past psychiatric history, it's really important that we do some lab work, a CT scan, all that good stuff to make sure medically there's nothing like super obvious going on that could be causing a state of altered mental status or a behavior change. Because before we admit a patient to inpatient psychiatry, we want to rule out anything medical. That's very important. 2, say a patient comes into the ER and that patient has been to the ER frequently, or they have a very long, well-documented history of a mental illness, let's say schizophrenia. These patients still have to be medically cleared. Now, you may not see them getting a head CT, but we are definitely going to do, a basic head to toe assessment in the ER. We're going to obtain a past medical history, and we're going to do some pretty basic lab work like CBC, CMP, because we want to make sure that this patient is going up to the unit medically stable. Just because they've been medically stable every other time in the past doesn't mean they're medically stable now. You have to remember that we're talking about a population that has a high level of other health comorbidities. So yeah, maybe this patient has been here 100 times, but they come in this time, they get their routine lab work, and their sodium is like 129. Happens all the time, and we definitely don't want them coming up to the psychiatric unit and having some kind of complication like a seizure because of that lab. Medical clearance can also mean if this is a patient that we are not familiar with, we are getting a good comprehensive medical history to understand their needs. Do they need oxygen? Do they have sleep apnea? Do they have a CPAP? Do they ambulate with a cane or a walker? These things are all really important to know because different psychiatric units can and cannot accommodate these things. A lot of them can accommodate them with restrictions, like most units I've been on have required 1-to-1 for oxygen or CPAP use. But not all of them, so it varies a lot.